Okay, I'm back. Good morning, everyone. This is Matt from Vetter Software. I'm our Director of Client Development. Many of you know me, have spoken with me, yelled at me, whatever the case. I'm glad that you're all here. Happy to share today's newest feature, an online scheduling component for Vetter. Uh, I'm recording this session. I've started recording it right now, and it will be available later in the customer community. Uh, so to begin with, and right now I've shared screen, so you should all be able to see, right, my online booking widget here. And a little bit of a background here. So first off, sorry, I'm going to do some muting here again. Okay, thank you. Just had to do some muting here. So to begin with, let me jump to my regular Vetter account and show you where this add-on would take place. So it's in settings here, and the add-on is right here where it says online appointment requests. Now, a bit of a background. Yes, we already have existing third-party integrations with two partners that perform essentially from an initial glance, they essentially perform the same function. And this is Vetstoria and Next in Line. Now, understand, so we worked with our partners on this because obviously, they don't want us building an online scheduler if they have an integration that offers the same thing. So I want to start with by saying that ours is, as I said in the email, the sweet spot in between. Next in Line, this is all they do. They are about filling appointment slots. If you're a busy clinic and there is a wait list for appointments and somebody doesn't show up for an appointment, Next in Line automatically takes the person next in line, literally, and inserts them into the empty appointment slot and communicates this with the client. That's much more sophisticated than what Vetter does. We don't, if the appointment goes unfilled, the slot, we don't fill in anything here. Also, Vetstoria is a more sophisticated product. I have to be honest and say this. But Vetstoria is more for groups and larger hospitals, and has far more configuration options. We wanted to provide something that even a small, single, solo mobile vet could do, and also one that is more affordable. So something about the price. It's $99 a month for brick and mortar, $49 for mobile. And the figuring is if this feature leads to one more appointment a month, right, you've already paid for it as a mobile client. Two more appointments, you paid for it at the very least, as a brick and mortar client. And what we will do is, and after I show you this feature, I will explain a little bit about the offer we have out there. Right now, it is in beta testing mode. So you won't see this in your settings. And we're trying something new here with a big new feature. And we think we have all the kinks worked out, but with a big new feature, as we've realized, as soon as we release it, right, regardless of QA testing and so on and so forth, clients will point out, hey, you should have done this, or you should have done that. And you scratch your head and say, oh yeah, you're right. We should have done this. And we have vet clinics that test for us, but it's only a handful. And so we're going to keep this in beta testing mode for about the next 2 to 3 weeks before it appears in everyone's settings. Of course, if you want it before then, we can turn it on. I just wanted to give a backdrop to that. And the goal of this is to make the product as robust as possible. Okay? Like I said, if you have questions, please chat them in, or at the end, we can unmute yourself and ask me directly. So how does this feature work? And what I'm going to do is right now, because it is in kind of beta mode, I'm going to work off of 2 accounts. One, so you can see on the front end what's going on, And then 2, so you can see what's happening on the back end from the admin level. So there is this little widget here, Book Online. You can put this then anywhere on your website. And we built this website just for actually this demo. And you'll see our very highly trained and sophisticated staff. By the way, one of my all-time favorite shows. Many of my friends liken me to Dr. House. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's a whole nother story. And so hopefully you'll laugh with me about this one. Love this show. I miss Dr. House. Anyhow, back to the matter at hand. We come here and we hit Book Online. And by the way, so here's what's I'm sorry. Let me show you one other thing. Let me back up here for a moment. In our settings here, right, and online appointment requests and stuff, I'm sorry. When you enable this extension, okay, right now it's already enabled. But when you enable it and it goes on, it will give you 2 lines of HTML code. It's literally 2 lines. And your website developer can then embed, right, those 2 lines anywhere in your website code. And you can put the button, left, right, up, middle. You can put it in 100 different places, okay? And so when it's turned on, you'll have it'll be a little 2 lines of code, and it'll say, give this to your website developer, put it in, and then it'll show up right here. So someone comes to your screen, your website, they hit Book Online, voila. So select reason for visit. Now, these reasons, these appointment types have been controlled by you. These are just 4 sample ones I built. Now, once the feature's turned on, looking at it from the back end, let's just say right here, we want to do an annual or whatever, regular checkup. And what it's going to do, it is going to select the next 15 available appointment slots for you, right? What is available on Matt Zahner's schedule, okay? So how does this look on the back end here? Okay, first off, on view appointment types, you're going to see a new feature, new line right here, Book Online. So you determine what gets booked online, okay? Yes, no, what have you. Very easy. You want to add it, you edit it, and just say, yes, we'll do an acupuncture appointment. The next thing is which staff members will be available for this, okay? So if I look at myself here, Matt Zahner, right, it's going to then say, look what it says for, available for. And it's going to show the type of appointments. Now, these happen to be all 4 the ones I selected. But maybe I don't do dentals. And you say, I'm not going to do dental or what have you, right? And maybe another doctor only does dentals. So you select which appointment types are available and then which doctors are also available specifically, or providers for whatever type of appointment you wish. Okay, so pretty straightforward there. Now, if I back up a step here, let me jump to settings. And my colleague Sagi, for example, I want to show you something. His appointment slots are probably already taken. So he's available for only a couple of these. And because you're wondering, hey, how come I don't see anything with Sagi? Well, either he's taken or Sagi doesn't do regular checkups. If I did let's say an annual appointment, then I could choose right from either one, myself or Sagi. Just to show you how it works in the back end, relatively simple, and we're just taking the next 15 open slots, right? This is why it's not as sophisticated maybe as Next in Line or as Vetstoria, but it's going to serve purposes. Bottom line is it's going to fill up empty slots as soon as possible. And let's just say I grab, hey, today at 3 o'clock, boom. Now I could put special requests in here, right? Allergies, what have you, right? I hit continue, and now it's going to, now Vetter is matching. It's matching me with our existing client base. Now, that's my full name there. I do this. Well, I shouldn't book an appointment for myself. Sorry, if I'm also the provider. That's silly. I'm going to use, let's say, my favorite character here, Mr. Gargamel. And what it's doing right now, Vetter is searching. Vetter's searching for last name string. It's searching for an email address string. It uses my email address. If people want to put a mobile number in, that's optional. And what it's doing is it's searching against the existing database. If the client and patient already exist, no problem. Vetter just creates an appointment. If they don't exist, Vetter creates the appointment and creates the new client and patient profile. And it will tell you, you'll get an email back, hey, this is a new client or patient. And then you can go back in and fill in more information. So if these things aren't matching, then Vetter will, like I said, create a brand new profile for both. And I hit complete, and it's as simple as that. I'm done. Now, watch what happens. On my calendar screen here, I come to the schedule. What it's going to do is, and these are some exams I've already created for today, right here. Any online appointment will then have a kind of the diagonal bar shaded right through it to let you know, hey, this is an online appointment. Now you as the clinic have the option then to, right, accept the appointment, reject it, or reschedule it. Okay, I'm just going to pause very quickly, see if there are any questions. Looks like we're doing good. Excellent. So let's say, for example, somebody here double booked. They just went hyper crazy. They loved your website. They just booked 2 appointments right away. Well, you know what? We're going to reject one of them. And the cool thing is, by the way, for every one of these, accept, reschedule, and reject, Vetter, we've already created new email templates for you. So you can use the existing email template on hand, or, right, you can create your own customized letter template and then put it in with the email templates. And voila. So we've rejected this appointment. It hits reject. And let's go ahead, and this one right here, we'll go ahead and accept this. And again, it has language, right? Immediate confirmation. And then, of course, the reminder email. It looks just like what you are used to from a regular appointment in Vetter. And I hit accept. Voila. And now it changes to a regular color. Okay. Now, what's happening in settings here, just to show you those different messages that went out. Message here, view email defaults. We've added a few more. Appointment accept, appointment decline, and appointment reschedule. And these have system defaults, these 3, or again, you can create your own custom one and then insert it like I did right here. Insert it at your leisure, or leisure, as the British like to say. I love saying leisure. Great word. And this is, that's the crux of the online scheduler. Now, from an admin perspective, there's one other helpful management tool. In your reports, we've added a new report, pending appointments. So that means every day your practice manager, whomever's in charge, can take a look and see, hey, these appointments haven't been dealt with here. September 12th, hey, Matt, Brainy made an appointment, right? How come we haven't, you haven't checked into this? You go back, you look at your schedule, say, did I miss something? Yeah, here's Brainy right here, okay? And it's just giving you a prompt to go ahead and use it. Now, like I said, this is not as sophisticated as the others, but it does a pretty darn good job, especially for mobiles, of allowing you to, generate more business. This is now, while you're driving, while you're working, your website is now working for you. And if there are open slots, It's a way for people to book them. Also allows for after hours booking. And, I live in San Francisco. That has its pluses and definite minuses. But I live in the world of, and I'll say it right now, millennial hipster hell, which means that everybody up here is on their phone like an addiction. And everybody up here, San Francisco has a huge pet community. A lot of younger single people here, no kids, lots of pets. And everybody up here is like trying to create the latest app or some stupid kind of new Bitmoji. Yes, you can see where my sentiments lie. And so no one seems to ever have time to do things the old-fashioned way. Call up a veterinarian and make an appointment. And I know this from all my wife's friends. They all have pets. They're always, mothering them, fathering them, nurturing them, and they have to find appointments. I can tell you the younger millennial crowd will not take the time to go through a phone book and look people up or even go online and call you directly, especially if you're in an urban area. And if you are, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and I hope you're laughing with me. They're going to go look at a website, and they're going to want to book an appointment online. And they're going to say, if I can't book it online, then these guys aren't hip and they're not with it and blah, blah, blah. You've heard this before, okay? Also, right, they move to a new community. I need an appointment for my pet. They're not going to spend time calling and, pardon my pun, but vetting you guys by walking in and checking it out. They're going to go online and search and go, yep, they're Veterinary Animal Hospital right nearby. And can I book an appointment? Yes. In the old days, somebody might send a contact email in and say, hey, give me a call. I just moved into town with Fluffy. Times have changed. People have changed. Having the ability to book online and generate business when you are not actually open or available, I think is tantamount to your business success. And look, I realize I don't live in a rural area where things are different, or in a different part of the country where things are different. But speaking for urban areas, and I get to travel a lot for veteran. I've been to many, many places in this country and visited many of our clinics. And the one thing I see is people on their phones all the time of a certain generation, right? And this is younger people will book appointments this way. And we know statistically that younger people own more pets and spend more money than middle-aged people like myself do. I didn't like to think I'm middle-aged, but the other day somebody called me sir. And, well, that kind of clinched it. Anyhow, that is the appointment scheduler. It's as simple as that. Now, what we're doing right now is we're kind of, like I said, we're doing beta mode for a month. We'd love to hear feedback, suggestions. Please don't say, you should make the appointment confirmation, shaded with purple unicorns. You know what I mean? Things that you think we can improve upon will be most welcome. And we'll also offer the first month for free. And then you can play around with it. You like it, keep it. If you don't like it or don't need it, no problem. Let us know, and then we remove it. And don't worry, we're not going to be like those old record or those old CD or book companies that if you didn't cancel it right away, we're going to automatically bill you and all that crap. You know us. We're going to work fairly with you. We'll keep track of things. If you want to keep it, boom. I'll check back in. We get for 30 days. If you don't want to keep it, all good. Okay. I'm going to check for any chat. No chat questions right here. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask me directly any questions. But this, I think, is one of the more intuitive, easy to use features you're going to see. And for a small amount of money, I truly believe this will generate a significant return in business for you. Okay. It's easily managed right here, in settings. You have a report to go with it. It's all you need. And the great thing is, if it's new clients and patients, it's going to create them for you. Okay? Simple as that. And the nice thing is remember, if it is a new client, like right here, Brainy, right? Remember in Vetter, the symbol, the little star equals.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
Hey, we do have a few questions in the chat regarding email information from the clients.
Oh, good. I'm so sorry. So this is for some. Thank you. I don't understand why my chat is not showing. I can't see anything. So I appreciate that.
Well, yeah, well, just some of the main questions we have regarding the online appointments.
Yes, please.
Just verifying, is it mandatory that they have to place down any type of email information?
Yes.
That way, okay, perfect. That was
Yes.
one of the main questions that was going
Thank
back
you.
and forth.
And I appreciate that. If you could read these to me, for some reason I can't see them. That'd be great. They have to have an email or it's a no-go. They can't book the appointment.
Yeah, it just seems like a.
Oh, great. I suddenly see the chat. It just appeared up. Okay, so Joyce, yeah, we need to have an email or it's a no-go.
Okay.
We are mobile and the ad, yeah, absolutely. And I'm sorry for some reason. Okay, I just got it from Tara and Joyce. Courtney McCormick, email address. Well, they got to put an email in. Sorry.
So I do have a question. If they're already an existing client and they don't have an email address in our system, is it going to require them to?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was wondering.
It is. And you just got to tell people it's the year 2018 and that's the way it is.
Right. Okay. No, that answers my question. Thank you.
Perfect. Oh, thank you. Whoever chimed in there and read these, thank you very much. For some reason, I couldn't get to it. And, allegedly I know technology, but, other questions I could answer. The one thing I did want to point out was very quickly was, remember, if they are a new client, the way you'll be able to tell right is the star. So you're like, oh, brand new client star. You go to Brainy then, and then you make certain later, hey, we got to fill out more information and what have you. Okay, this is the pet here, right? We have to fill out. If you want to fill more things out, you can go ahead and do that. The star is I'm sorry.
Would there be an option? Would there be an option added later on for them to go ahead and put their full information regarding the pet, their address, things like that, or an option for them to attach any type of medical records? That way, we can already have that on hand, so we can try and get everything done in one go.
See, now we're talking. This is why it's in beta mode. So I like that. These are the suggestions. We've already fielded a number of suggestions. So the odds are highly likely. We wanted to put this out first. So the answer is, look, if you guys come back in beta mode after a month or a few weeks, if you all say, hey, we want them to put in more information, then we'll build it in.
Yeah, because I feel like it would be just to have that in just one go, because we're eventually going to have to get that information anyway.
Correct.
So if we make it to a point where, this is the key information that we're going to need right off the bat, it would make our jobs easier. It would make sure that we have all the correct information. We can always do like a confirmation email or phone call, letting them know, hey, we received it. And then we can verify from there just to make sure the information they gave us was correct.
Sure.
That way, instead of just having to do extra steps, we can have it all in one go.
Correct. May I ask with whom I'm speaking? This is
Kurt.
Oh, Kurt. What clinic are you calling from, Kurt?
Fur and Feather Veterinary Hospital.
Oh, okay, Dr. Looper. Got it. Fur and Feather. Okay, no, thank you. These are great. So I'm just tracking. I'm writing these down. This is one of our new approaches now with a brand new, with a big feature. We want to go.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we're doing the beta mode. We want, instead of telling you these are the features and you need to accept them like we generally do, right? We wanted to build it from, the minimum viable product so that it works, it's functional, and then we're going to take these suggestions and then as long as they're obviously reasonable, and these are reasonable and sensible, we're going to add them.
Okay.
So that makes perfect sense because you're right. I mean, if I want to add more, whatever, I'm making this up here, and I come here, it's great to be able to, why not have, more information here? Absolutely. And that's something we can do. And then, I'll have to ask about the attachments. I don't know exactly technically how that would be done, but this is why we do the beta test. Are there other questions you guys might have? Let me see on chat. Okay, looking good. Now, very simply, if you are interested in this feature and would like to, like I said, would like to have us turn it on for you, use it for a month, send me an email, give us a call, matt@vettersoftware.com. And then I'm going to follow up with then each of you individually, just kind of explain some of the ins and outs, and then we'll turn it on. I mean, literally it just takes a few seconds for an engineer to turn it on, but we'll follow up individually with each one of you. Okay? Any other questions that you might have? All right, cool. I hope people are excited about this. I am. Like I said, we're trying to hit that sweet spot in the middle to get the minimum, get a product out there that as many of you can use as possible. Remember, though, of course, our third-party integrations, they are more sophisticated and can do more. Of course, they also cost a bit more too. So that's kind of what we're shooting for, is somewhere right in between. Other than that, I thank everybody for your suggestions. Thank you, Kurt, for the help on the chat there. And I wish all of you a great rest of the day. And Dr. Courtney, if you're still on, I'll give you a call a little bit later, and we can talk about turning it on since we already spoke yesterday. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. I wish you a great rest of the day, and I hope to share this feature with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.